The most focused and important drill that I believe that we do every single day as a quarterback is what I now call the Goff footwork drill, which is very simply, we're working on every single thing that happens when we're inside the pocket. And that starts with the stance, being in an athletic stance, starts with the knees being slightly bent. It starts with looking the snap in, and then it begins from the look of the snap in to immediately the ball placement at the top of the numbers, and then going through the drops. So what you'll see in this is you'll see the quarterbacks look the snap in, pay particular attention to this quarterback here as he became a master of those fundamentals as the year went on. Watch him look the football in, begin the drop, whether it's a play action, a one-step, a three-step, whatever the drop is that you're working, and then the feet begin to work exactly like Peyton Manning, and then exactly like I taught Jared Goff to become Peyton Manning. They become what we used to call typewriter feet. They're 1,000 miles an hour so that they can move and avoid the rush and go through read progression and still be ready to throw the entire time. So it's not important that you see my face as you're watching this, but watch each one of these as they go through the drill and the routine here. As they're going to go through. In the first one, they're doing play action pass. They're going through read progression. When they get to the third progression, I begin to move them in the pocket. So I move them from A gap to B gap to C gap to D gap, and they continue to go through the read progression. They look the snap in. Now they're doing a one-step drop. They get to the third progression. The coach is moving them in the pocket again. We've gone through play action. We've gone through one step. And now you can see them go through a three-step or a five-step. In this case, we're doing what we call an open shuffle step, meaning that we have one read, maybe two, and then we had to get our depth because we didn't have what we wanted on pre-snap. Now we go through either a three-step or a five-step, and again, you can see it's not as easy as it looks as one of our quarterbacks takes the fall. So that's the drill that we do on a daily basis. And then let me show you the same drill when you watch Jared do it when he was at Cal with us. So this is him going through the same exact drill. As you can see, stance not as good as I would like it, but he does a good job looking the ball in. He's gone through a one step. And now again, he's avoiding the rush, A gap, B gap, C gap, ball at the top of the numbers, gone through read progression to make his throw. Now you see the backup quarterbacks coming in and now doing the same exact drill. Look it in, go through read steps, progression, hot feet, typewriter feet, go through progression, and then somewhere along the way I give them a throw signal to throw the football. We'll come back and we'll look. We'll start here with Jared. We'll start with his, and you can watch him do some of these in live action. He's going to get all the way to the backside of a read progression. He starts on the front side on the right side, and he gets all the way back to his fourth read in the progression. Comes all the way back to the backside curl, but you can see the entire time that he's in the pocket is that he's going to go through progression, ball's going to stay up, and that's what he's done in his routine with the drill work that you've seen every single day of practice. This is another example down on the goal line. He's got to buy some time. So he goes through the first part of the progression, and right as he's getting ready to get contact, the feet stay shoulder width apart. He's got the feet incredibly hot. He can get back to, again, his fourth read in his progression. So again, watch him look the snap in, starts progression on the right, hot feet, typewriter feet, feet staying as wide as the shoulders. And then this next rep is the best example of going through progression and then really working all the way over to the C gap to avoid the rush, and the feet staying shoulder width apart all the way through on the progression to hit a corner route, a 30-yard corner route throw. Great shot here from the back angle. Watch the snap, come in, begin the drop, three-step, all the way over to C gap. Feet stay exactly the way that they're supposed to stay all the way through. Now you see the quarterbacks at my last season at Louisiana Tech, when they get into the same situations, you'll see each one of the throws with two different quarterbacks doing basically the same thing that you just saw. So we'll start, we've got one of our quarterbacks is about 5'11", the other one about 6'4". So this is the 5'11", really good athlete kid going through a game-winning drive. And you can see he gets extremely hot feet. He gets a 3-step drop. He's on his second read in the progression. If you watch him here on his drop, watch him work over to the B gap, boom, boom, boom. And he's able, because of the feet staying hot, the feet staying shoulder width apart, there's nothing that can happen in the pocket that he cannot avoid. Now you get the same thing, except with the play action pass. Pop, play action, 1 step, all the way back to the 4th read in the progression on the backside of the curl on the old-fashioned air raid Y-cross route concept. Catch, look in, show ball, ball at top of the numbers, feet stay hot, get through progression. I can move from A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap, all the way through. Again, watch a quarterback use his feet to be able to fit the ball in, get all the way back again to the backside curl on the crossing route. So great job again of getting to the 4th read. And notice how he gets to the 4th read within 2.5 seconds. Front side, crosser, all the way back to the curl, and we're able to pick up a big first down. Now watch him use his feet to really get a big hot zoom on the football. Watch him be able to get a 1-step back shoulder, 1-step hot feet, back shoulder throw, one of the hardest throws in football, but not when you work the feet the way that we train to work the feet. So again, 1-step back shoulder, step 1, hot, blitz pickup, back shoulder throw, absolute perfection. And then one final one here, great example of fitting in a really difficult small window throw, but he can really get a lot on the football to fit it in on that small window throw. So remember, in the Goff footwork drill, we want to look the football in. We want to start our drop. We want the ball to get at the top of our numbers. We want to go through read progression. We want the feet to be incredibly hot, just like Peyton Manning, just like I taught Jared Goff. We want to be able to go through read progressions through A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap, all the way through in order to be able to always be ready to throw and to get through progression in under 3 seconds. And the whole time that we're on progression, like you saw Goff getting to his corner route throw, is that the entire time that he's moving from A gap to B gap to C gap, the feet stay shoulder width apart, incredibly hot like a typewriter, because then he can throw the ball with accuracy the entire time that he's involved. So that is the Goff drill, the most important drill that you'll do every single day.